Colorado, of course, has had beauty that's been inspired in music, it's been inspired in paintings, and it's also been inspired by board games.
Yes, so we have Neil Edwards and Luke Roberts featured a Colorado staple, the aspen tree, in their first board game, Aspens, and now they're joining us to talk about the process of creating it. Good morning, thanks for coming in.
Good morning, all. Thanks for having us.
How do you even start with making a board game? How did this come to fruition?
Yeah, so Luke and I both met about 13 years ago as game design interns, fresh out of college in a place called Backflip Studios up in Boulder. So we were doing mobile game design, so design for games on your phones and tablets, and we were just really passionate about game design, became close friends, and just started designing board games as a hobby outside of work. We'd get together once a week. Did that for quite a few years, honestly. We left that studio, but kept doing it on and off, eventually started our own companies. And then in about 2023, we left, and we were always kind of aiming to do this together, and we said, let's make a go of it. Now's our opportunity. And so then we switched to do board games full time.
So we've got a version of the game here with us this morning, Aspens. We probably shouldn't spend the rest of the interview talking about how to play it, but we do kind of want to know, how do you play it?
Yeah, I can give the super quick version. It's a two-player light strategy game with a little twist of luck. It's all about growing tiny forests, and you're trying to be the person who grows the biggest of the tiny forests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about this transition from video game designers to board game designers.
Yeah.
I'm curious why you felt that need to make that transition.
Honestly, they're both video games and board games are kind of interesting design spaces and things that we're very fascinated in. Working on board games is something that, as designers, really scratch the itch of, it's very tight. You have to make sure that everything you're doing, you don't have a computer to rely on to,
Can't hide behind
rules.
fancy graphics or, complicated computing. It just has to be really simple, good rule set.
Yeah, so when we were working on things together kind of on the side, it was okay, if we want to do the thing that kind of scratches that itch the most, it's board games.
And I think the other piece of it is bringing people together. We wanted to make games that bring people together around the same table. We have families and friends with so many great memories of board games. We wanted to kind of, in an ever-increasing digital age, we were passionate about making stuff that brought people together.
And you guys are working on another game right now.
Yes.
Can you tell us about it?
Yes, we can. You guys are actually getting the first hot scoop. It's not technically announced for about a week or so, but yeah, our next game is called Retro Rift. It is a co-op game set in the 90s. You play a bunch of kids who sneak into the mall to play this kind of abandoned arcade. The arcade machine is cursed, and it brings the video game world and its evil boss and his minions into yours, so you have to spend the night in the mall fighting off the video game world and the boss. It's very Stranger Things meets Jumanji meets Goonies kind of vibes.
Yes.
So I see that you guys had to work on your imaginations a little bit. Not really. I am curious, favorite board game growing up? What was an inspiring board game for you?
I don't know about growing up, but a favorite that we share is actually called Bonanza, which is a weird, it's a German game traditionally, and it's a play on Bohnen is bean in German. It's about trading and farming beans, and it's just a really great social game. Yeah. It creates these moments of laughter and kind of a little bit of backstabbing and a little competition. So we love games that bring out those big emotional moments, and that's a lot of what Retro Rift focuses on doing.
All right, where can people find Aspens?
Ludovorgames.com. You can Google us. You'll find it on lots of online retailers, but also lots of local stores like Wizard's Chest in Denver, Petrie's down in the Springs. There's a lot of more and more Colorado stores carry us, and Barnes & Noble later this year.
You guys were great. We wish you luck with the game.